Hello, abs lighters. Nope, not everyone. Okay, no, I did not say muju.org. I have subtitles today, for today is a very special day. Today is the day of my 10,000 subs celebration. Yeah. Woo! I am super excited. I think it's gonna be super fun, and I've prepared a very useful... Why? Does it keep saying I'm saying muju.org? Well, it's not. That's not even the website where the subtitles are from. Like, it's not even pitching himself. What the heck is www.muji.org? It's not a real website. Oh, wait, is it? No, it is. It's, I'm not sure that is. Okay. But I'm super excited to be celebrating 10K. I am so grateful that we have gotten here. Only thanks to you guys have we gotten to 10K. And I think numbers are goofy and whatever, but it's also exciting, you know? There's so many of you guys from all corners of the world, whether you found me through my debut or song or anything, or you just found me right now. This is your first stream ever. I'm very excited that you guys are all here and part of the fam. So I'm excited, and today I decided that, you know, I've gotten to 10K. Obviously, I am the VTuber with the most followers in the whole world. There has not been a single VTuber with more than 10K. Kizuna I never got to 10K. Gura never got to 10K. So obviously, you know, I am the most seasoned and informed VTuber to be talking about these things. So I decided to make a TED Talk. In fact, I got sponsored by TED Talk, TEDx VTubers, to talk to you guys about how to become the greatest VTuber in the world. So I have prepared this presentation, and we also have a timer starting. At the end of the timer, I'm going to reveal to you guys the biggest secret to becoming the best VTuber in the world. Also, I'm sorry for the subtitles. Hopefully they're pretty accurate. They're actually pretty good for automatic subtitles. They're pretty fast. They keep up with me talking, and it's mostly to help out the Brazilians in chats. Brasileiros, é pra vocês o subtitle, a legenda. We shall commence our presentation of the century. How to VTube for non-dummies. This is my absolute guide to everything. It's in half an hour and a half. I'm assuming that that's how long my stream goes. Like, these streams are always planned to be like around 15 minutes, but I talk way too much because I love attention. I mean, obviously, I have 10,000 followers. The people demand that I talk, not because I have I don't know, a lack of awareness of how much I should be talking. Talk too fast, anxious, I don't know, but that's not why I talk too much, because the people of the world demand that I do. So I'm assuming this will take about twice as long than it should. So I put an hour and a half. Maybe I'll be done with this presentation in 10 minutes and we'll just stay here for an hour and 20. We don't know. No, this is actually sponsored by TED Talk. Yeah, absolutely. As you can see, it's perfect. I am perfect. So I am going to be talking to you guys about a series of topics. This is a very organized presentation by the most organized VTuber in the world, and it includes a series of things. The first one is we're going to be talking about a disclaimer, and then we'll be talking about a disclaimer, and then we will address another disclaimer, and then we will move on to disclaimers, and then we will talk about some reality checks, and you know, just like, if you want to be a VTuber in the VTuber space, like, what are the struggles, etc. I'm gonna be very real with you guys about that, and then I'll talk about some of my personal experience. Of course, being the most subbed VTuber in the whole world ever, I objectively know the keys to success, but I'm also super humble. So because I'm humble, I'm gonna talk about everything like it's personal experience, not like it's the truth. But just know, you guys, that it is the truth. And then we will be talking about the best advice of the whole stream, which will be in 1 hour 27, 18 seconds. I thought it was going up for a second. So we shall commence. In Portuguese, there's an expression called humildona. Humildona, like super humble. That is me. I like, you know, I still do my own dishes. I still like wipe my own butt, you know. Once I get to like 15K, it might be a different story. But for now, I'm like still very humble. So we will go on to disclaimer number 1. Disclaimer number 1 is don't sue me. I know nothing. I got a 34 out of 35 on my ACT, and yes, I peaked in high school. Unlike most people who peaked in high school, I didn't peak in high school because I was captain of the football team. I peaked in high school because I was very good at school. But I would tell you guys a little secret I've never told anyone else before. I actually got like 100 on my ACT. Okay, probably not that low, but I scored really low. And if you guys are Brazilians, you don't know, but SAT and ACT are kind of like the ENEM. They're like the tests you have to do to get into college. But you have 2 options. I was amazing at one of them, and I was terrible at another one of them. And I started taking SAT prep classes when I was like in the 6th grade. So I tried hard at the SAT, and then I failed. And then I decided to take the ACT, and then I was amazing at it somehow. But that's my disclaimer is, even though I might appear smart, aka got a good grade on my ACT, I'm actually really, really stupid, which is SAT. The max grade is like 2,000. I don't know. I don't remember. Don't like the SAT. Will never think about the SAT. Disclaimer numero 2. First is that I am very stupid, so do not sue me. 2, I am a brawn, not a brain. As you guys know, I am very muscular. I am maromba. I am your buff waifu. I am the goddess of shreddedness. I can lift all of 30 pounds, but I cannot think 30 thoughts ever. That is a maximum amount of thoughts that I can think in my life. So I keep them, you know, I'm very good about only thinking a little bit. I think like half a thought a year, so I can live 60 years. Not a very long life, but you know, it's as good as I can make it. It's as long as I can make my life. So just keep that in mind, you know, muscle mommy, not a smart mommy. 3, this is a disclaimer for the other disclaimers. Everything that could go wrong will always go wrong with me, so I learn a lot. So it's not like I don't know stuff. It's like, oh, Abby, but you suck. Yeah, that's the point. So I've been singing ever since. I've been taking private voice lessons ever since I was like very young. I joined choir when I was like 8, and I started taking private voice lessons when I was like 12 or 13. So I've been taking private voice lessons for a while, and I've been singing since I was very little. Before I even joined choir, I did like Glee Club, and then I joined like formal choir like 8 or 9, and then I started, yeah. So I've been singing for forever, but somehow I have terrible stage fright. Until now, I get nervous about doing karaoke streams. So that is all to say that once my teacher told me, and then she said, Abby, it's okay that you're struggling way more than a professional singer should. It's because the more you struggle, the better you can teach. So by the time that you actually conquer singing, you will be the best singer there is, and you will know so much about how to explain what you're doing. So the struggles are helping you out. It's okay that even after a lifetime of singing, you still can't sing in front of a single person. That's normal, and it makes you better. So that's all to say that I am an expert at VTubing already, because everything that could go wrong has already kind of gone wrong, which means that I can warn you guys and hopefully make you be prepared for it. And then next we've got disclaimer numero 4, number 4. This is a disclaimer for the other disclaimers times 2 turbo max OP, the return of the disclaimer. The other disclaimers were just for legal purposes. I do not wish to be sued. I will claim that I am mentally unwell if you decide to sue me. I will get away with it because I can make a very strong case for that. But this disclaimer, turbo ×2, OP, the return of the disclaimer, is all to say that actually, never mind the other disclaimers. They were just for your lawyers. I'm a genius. Henya, step out of the way. Frick the haters. I'm a genius for life. So that's all to say that I am an expert and everything that I say is the law. If you don't follow it, tough luck. Listen to me. That sounds like a you problem. I am good. So this is the real beginning. Let's start a real beginning here. You know, let's talk about VTubing, guys. Let's step back. You know, we should talk about VTubing. I have no idea what I typed. What does it take not to die while being an anime girl on the internet? Okay. What does it take to not die? To double not die, which means to die? Not sure. As an anime girl on the internet. So what does it take to survive and thrive and flourish as a VTuber fan, whatever, on the internet? What does it take to be in this space? Are you guys ready? I can't hear you. Oh. Here's a reality check. The first portion is you need to be rich. You need to be rich. And that is just the sad truth of VTubing and life. So here are the costs. This is I didn't ask management, but I'm leaking all the costs that it took for me to be a VTuber. And maybe it's just because I pay my artists well, but it took me about $1 million to get art for my model. And then the rigging was about $1 million. And then my lore video art was around, like, maybe if you're like rounding down, $1 million. And then the voiceover actors, I had like 2 or 3 voiceover actors there. That cost around like $1 million, I think, per person. And then scoring, I had original scoring in my lore video. If you haven't seen it, I love my lore video. It's one of the best things I've done. I take forever writing anything that I do on the stream because I want everything to be good. And it's very good. And it was about like maybe $1 million or 2. And then the original song plus mastering, you know, we had a cover, and, you know, we'll have songs in the future, and all of those probably cost just for mix and mastering, like, if you're like underpaying them, around $1 million. And then my alimony for my children is like $1 maybe. And then here's, like, just to give you guys an idea. Okay, so you want to be a VTuber, right? And you have a job. So you're like, okay, I'm gonna take a while to save up to become a VTuber, right? You can just save up for a while, and then you could become a VTuber on the internet, and you could have a very successful career as a VTuber. But here are some jobs that I found in Chicago and Oregon. In Oregon, a barista gets about $14.20 to $18 an hour. So, like, your max salary is going to be $18 an hour, which honestly, not terrible. But if you're like me and you're loyal to your brands, which I am, I only have coffee from McDonald's and Face Connect, I guess. So you get paid $7.50 to $8 an hour. I'm assuming that's like the max salary, so you get like a raise, and the max raise you can get in your lifetime at McDonald's is like 50 cents. So that would take you 125,000 hours to afford one of the elements. One of the elements of VTubing takes you 125,000 hours. Ignore the typos. Also, VTubing needs to be your full-time job, low-key. So, like, it's hard. I'll walk you guys through a day of my life as a tuba. But, like, it's a lot. So like working another job, like some people have full-time jobs on top of VTubing, like dang. No, very hard, very hard. So this is you. And this is who you need to be. And this is Elon Musk, if you can't tell. I chose this picture because his jawline is looking really sleek and shredded. So until you have about, I'd say like 10 million to your name, I would not become a VTuber unless you are with an organization. In which case, the organization will, I don't know how, pay for all of that. And probably my theory is live in the red. I don't know how any VTubing company makes money. That is beyond me. I don't know. I'm not on that side. I don't know any of the finances. But everything's very expensive. You need like 10 million per talent. Like, dang. You need much, much money. And then here, but for real, you need to be in love. And what do I mean by in love? You need to be in love with the grind. With the grind set. So unless you are a workaholic, you should not be a VTuber. Yeah. VTubing is for those people who are addicted to the grind set. You know, are on that Sigma grind set, up at the break of dawn, not sleeping, you know, still managing to work out and look beautiful and hot and fit and be rich while still working a full-time job. And I decided to give you guys a bit of an idea of what a day in the life of Abi Kadabura looks like. So in the morning, I wake up at 7 a.m. and I chug coffee and go to the PC. I cuddle my plushies while I start my morning. To be honest, I have this one ritual in my day. And that's like, you know, guys, you know, big reveal to you guys as like the expert of the craft of VTubing. I just want you guys to know, you know, speaking from the heart and also from the success. You have to cuddle your plushies pretty often. I have this routine called playing with the boys for 2 hours, is what I call it to myself, where I try to block out 2 hours to play with my plushies every day. It's been hard, I'm not gonna lie, but I decided to then, I just bring all my plushies to stream with me and put them all around me, so they're helping me out. One of my plushies is a technician. Another one of my plushies is a creative, you know, writer. Another one of my plushies is a director. One of my plushies is Snorlax. I have a Snorlax who teaches me his craft on how he became a great Pokemon. And that's, you know, that's how you make time for the 2 hours of playing with the boys every day. So yeah, you should play with the boys for at least 2 hours every day. But, you know, as you can see, it's been tough on me. So you can see I only cuddle them for like about an hour. They get a salary of $1. And I have a monkey, and I've got Bongita. Bongita is my daughter, and she gets a banana. She likes her payments in bananas. And then at 8 a.m. I go on Discord and I check messages, and I also get distracted. Since management is in Japan, they message me all night. So I wake up startled and feeling incredibly irresponsible with 10 notifications. No, she's real. My daughter's real. I am a mother. Shut up. Oh, there's a Pippa plush. Send me the link. Discord. Anyway, do not get distracted. But this is my point. Get distracted. You know, I go on Discord, check all messages from management, check my emails, etc., etc. And in the meantime, I'll, you know, go on Twitter, comment on a bunch of people's posts, end up going down some rabbit hole of research, scroll through Instagram because my Instagram is very curated. I don't really post on it. All I do is to like search you, so you can look up the Abi Kadabura Instagram. All I do is like see cute things on my For You page. And then at 9 a.m. I will be like, wake up to life. You are behind on a million things that management just messaged you out. We spend 1 hour. I spend 1 hour on a thumbnail. It takes me about at least an hour to do any given task for a stream. So I can show you guys at some point. I can walk you guys through the process of how many drafts of a thumbnail I would go through. But I will make a thumbnail and then I will be like, well, this looks terrible. And then I will remake that thumbnail and I'll be like, well, this looks even worse. And then I will look at a bunch of thumbnails and then I will remake the thumbnail and then I'll be pretty happy with it. At the end of the timer, we will have the biggest secret to VTubing in the whole wide world. And thank you guys for the 10K. I am now the most famous VTuber in the world. So very, very grateful to all my loyal fans who have made us get here to the successful benchmark of the biggest VTuber in the whole wide world. Very happy and very successful. And then at 10 a.m. that's when I cancel therapy because I need to prep for stream. There's a list of things that I am behind on, and I love stream ideas that take me forever to plan. Like yesterday, Polko and I went over Super Chat's disabled? Cringe as heck. What the bajuki? Ugh. Anyway, apparently Google is emailing me some stuff, so you can't Super Chat. Whatever. But you can always become a member. You can donate members, and you can donate on Streamlabs. Anyway, now that I stopped pitching the ways that you can help me become rich, I cancel therapy and I need to prep for stream. So basically, I love ideas that take me forever. Yesterday's stream took me a long time to find all of the good Florida man videos and curate that. It took me a whole day to plan that 2-hour stream. Today's stream took me a long while too. It was a mixture of useful advice plus how do I have fun. Oh no, oh, thank you for the gift, Swift. Yay! We had a bunch of memberships get canceled, so it's very nice that you guys are coming back to the memberships now that YouTube stopped freaking me over. It hates successful people. YouTube hates successful women. YouTube is sexist. I'm kidding. I can't say that. I'm gonna get banned. 11 a.m. I fall asleep again because I am underslept and I need a nap, so I end up falling asleep on my desk. And I also have the plushies all around me, so it's like very useful because I can just cuddle with them. Not the plushies, that is very demeaning. I call them my boys, but now you guys know that the boys are not my harem, it's my children. And then my biddies are my harem. Don't get them confused. At 12 p.m. I go, oh no, I am late for class. And I run and arrive there late as per usual. And 1 p.m. I am too tired for this crap. I have no idea what is being said to me. My throat hurts and I'm tired. And I am chugging a lot of coffee. And then by like around 3 p.m. I'll be finishing class and getting back home, etc. Blah 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 blah. And then at 4 p.m. I'll be like, oh dang, I'm so hungry, I've not eaten today. So I'll try to cook while watching VTubers, because if you want to be a VTuber, watching VTubers and like just streamers in general is really important. You gotta see what they're doing. And then also simp for your Oshi. You don't stop liking your Oshi just because you became a VTuber yourself. So you gotta watch all of their streams, obviously at 2x speed if you can. And then at 4 p.m. again, I guess we have 2 4 p.m.s in this world. We chug coffee again and continue prepping for stream. Again, it takes me like at least 3 hours to plan any given stream. So it takes me forever. And then at 5 p.m. we'll insert tech problem that I have to solve. Today's new problem was my subtitles. Oh, I don't know what Rin says. What did she say? And I do love Rin though. I like her a lot. Anyway, my stream. I'm the biggest VTuber. Rin, the irrelevant small tuber, does not come into this room. Sorry, Rin, I love you. My today's problem was my subtitles. My subtitles today were not working, so I had to figure out how to make them work, and I'm still trying to figure out how to make them in Portuguese. So, yeah. And then at 6 p.m. I go, oh no, I have to write a stand-up set or shorts or a song or something that I forgot. Oh no, crap, eek, darn. So at 6 p.m., that's when I realized that either I have a performance coming up for a stand-up show or improv show or sketch show that I've not even begun to think about, or I have a stream that requires a lot of prep that I've not begun to think about, or I have a homework I've not begun to think about. So at 6 p.m., like usually or whatever time I'm streaming, today I streamed at 5, so that would happen around 4 p.m. I panic realizing that I have to get something done before. Actually, today I had something that I realized that I had to do right before stream. So an hour ago, I decided to try doing it. But then I also remembered that I had to pee. And I had to scroll through Twitter. And also like check Instagram for cute memes. So I ended up not doing it. And then at 7 p.m. or whatever time I do, I start stream. And I'm always late, fashionably so. For you ignorant, in Brazil, it's polite to be late to things. So like, it's impolite for you to like arrive to something like right on time, because you like have to, like, usually people are still prepping at the time that an event starts. So if you arrive there right on time, you're gonna like see them prepping it. So it's usually polite to be like 30 minutes late. So considering that it's polite that I should be 30 minutes late, you guys should be surprised that it's about to be the 30-minute mark now. I should have been starting stream now if I were polite. But I'm an impolite B word. And I start on time, basically. So you guys are like, don't know how good you have it, okay? No, you should start late every single time. And then at 8 p.m., I'm with you nerds, doing some nerd sheesh. Trying to swear less. And then at 9 p.m. I will still be streaming, but now I will be overthinking that I called you guys nerds. Oh, the clock, it's a timer for when the biggest secret to VTubing will be revealed. Oh yeah, I don't know why it's like that. It's a weird clock, I guess. And then I will be overthinking every given stream. There's something that I'm like, should I have said that? So thank goodness I have management, so I can have long, lengthy discussions with management about, is it okay that I said that? And they'll be like, yeah, be you, but also let's analyze it. And then at 10 p.m. I will have a meeting with management. We have a lot of meetings. And we'll debate whether an Abi body pillow design stream is a good idea for about 2 hours. So I will come up with them with a stream idea that is completely unreasonable. And they'll be like, look, that's their motto. When I met the CEO, I gotta check my... Oh, my subtitles are... They're working fine. So when... Are they like covered by the thing? No, they're not. They look good. They're being hateful. God, I hope they don't say anything hateful. So basically, when I met the CEO of Brave Group, he told me, he said, what is your dream with VTubing? Our job is to make it happen. Which is very, very sweet. It's a very nice thing. So management tends to always have the idea of, what do you want to do? We'll try as much as we can to make that happen and to make your vision of whatever you want to do come true. So that entails me bringing up very unreasonable things all the time and us having lengthy discussions about it. And usually come to the conclusion of, maybe, maybe I can do this. But yeah, so we'll end up meeting for extended periods of time. And it is Pog. No, bro, what are my subtitles saying? Oh gosh, don't let my subtitles do anything. Ignore this. I do not stand by anything that my subtitles say. I hope the subtitles do not say anything bad. But like, disregard it, you know? I don't stand by it. It's a subtitle, not me. I'm not saying it. God. No, I don't skip all the meetings. I'm just late to all the meetings. Like 30 minutes late. I'd say we're... Ooh, okay. So at 11 p.m. I'll still be discussing whether I should do a body pillow on stream. And at 12 p.m. I will feel guilty that my next project is late and I'll start working on it. So After a meeting, usually I'm reminded that I have a million things that I haven't done or a million projects that I've pitched but also not followed up on. And then I will be like, okay. So at 1 a.m. I will tell Serena that I can't play Valorant because once again I am behind on everything. And then I will go back to work and I'll work on one of the million things that I'm behind on. Here's an issue, and to brag, even though I'm super humble, so keep that in mind, that I totally like don't think I'm so bad, but also my problem is that I'm kind of good at too many things, or at least I'm interested in too many things, so it's a little hard for me to do it all. Do I write a new song? I have so many songs I've written, but to put it out is hard. It takes a lot of time. Do I work on bringing comedy to VTubing, which is my main goal? Do I do a ballet thing on stream? Do I educate everyone on how to become a genius at everything like me? Do I play a video game? All of which I am amazing at. Do I sit and stare at chat? Which will be inherently super entertaining regardless, because I am the culmination of all of entertainment. Variation, a ballet variation, and I love hot chocolate. I don't drink. I love hot chocolate though. Watch my debut, I talk about it. Pitching my debut. And then at, well, but that does mean that I'm behind on everything because I have too many ideas. It means that I work about a minute a day on any of those ideas. So nothing comes out ever. Humble means that I am like so perfect that I like don't even know I'm perfect. And then at 2 a.m. I'll finally like find some time to sing. And then I'll get a noise complaint. And then I will stop singing. And because I'm usually singing at weird hours, it means that I don't do a proper vocal warm-up sometimes. So my throat is always hurting. And then at 3 a.m., I will realize that I forgot to do work that is due tomorrow. So at that point, I'm like, crap, I just can't go to sleep because I've been working all these things that are not due tomorrow. And I have something that is due tomorrow that I have to work on. And then after I'm done with that thing that is due tomorrow, at 4 a.m., I'll be like, oh, dang, I have a comedy show in 2 days and I haven't even started working on it. Oh, no, I am getting paid to do comedy and I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm going to be blacklisted for life. Or I'll be like hosting some like college, whatever event, and I'll be totally unprepared. So at that point, I gotta work on that. I can't be irresponsible. So then at 5 a.m., I will finally fall asleep mid-work. Again, my plushies are with me all the time. So I can fall asleep on the job because I've got the plushies near me. And I'll have some nightmares. And I will ruminate on questions like, when was the last time you had a conversation with someone who wasn't your manager? Bitch. When are you gonna make friends? When are you gonna do one thing at a time and do that one thing properly? And then around 7 a.m. I will wake up because it's when my alarm goes off, and I will be like, oh nar, I'm sick. And I'll realize that I'm sick again. And then at 8 a.m., manager will tell me, I will tell manager like, hey, I'm sick again. Sorry, I can't record this thing. And then management will be like, hey, you don't have to work this hard. You're doing great. Stop overwhelming yourself. And then at 9 a.m. I will ignore management. I'll start my day again, but now I'm 2 hours behind. So now I have to do everything faster and worse. So that's like my schedule. I would say it's like pretty polished to a T, you know. I've put a lot of work. I'm a very intentional person, you know. Everything I do is like thought out. So I never just like do things cause. I like think about things and I do it like thoughtfully. So I would say this is the perfect schedule, yeah. And I know what you guys are thinking. I know it. So yes, that does mean, in fact, that I have been neglecting my son. I don't know how many of you guys know. Oh, where is he? Oh, he's there. Let me move to the side a little bit so you guys can see him. I don't know how many of you guys know, but I am a working mother. And the schedule is perfect, but it does mean that I have to be neglecting my son quite often. So, I'm sorry, Gazella. Do you have anything to say? Do you want to join the TED Talk?
Mommy is neglecting me.
She is, baby. She is, baby. But it does not make me a bad person. I think a negligent mother can still be a good and valuable person. I think I'm still like a good person, even though I am 100% a terrible mother. And here are some real points, okay? I have a real talk here, okay? I have a hack for you guys. So you guys are like, oh, I love VTubing. VTubing's my life. I should become a VTuber. I'll start indie, and then I'll get signed with an agency. And then my life is gonna be so cool and fun, but I have a hack. Have you considered that you could just work a normal structured job, go on dates, touch grass, and still be involved? You could work a job and then at night be a part of the VTubing community. And you could just join competitions, leak. There is a competition that is coming out this week. We are doing our channel's second competition. And then you can take fun classes like stand-up or comedy or gymnastics or ballet. You could have friends in the VTubing community. But if you're a VTuber, you don't have time for friends in the VTubing community. Kind of, you do. You text them like when you can, like in the middle of like going to class. But then you ignore them for weeks and they think you hate them. But here's my other disclaimer. Hack defeated. Because also VTubing is super fun and it's everything I've ever wanted in life combined in one place. So oopie no, this hack does not work for me personally. But it could work for you. So if you desire to have a normal life with time off, vacation. No! Swift. I'll get to them in a second. But VTubing is awesome, but also tread lightly. I love it. I have a great time doing it. But also I got very fortunate with my debut in my company, so I'm like, also I am a workaholic is a disclaimer I want to give. I cannot have free time. Like if I have free time, what am I gonna do? Like what am I gonna do with my free time? Like let's be real. Like I'd rather be a cringe anime girl on the internet during my free time. Like what else would I do? Like I would find something else to fill my time. Like I would never have free time. You could give me 1,000,000 hours of free time, I'm gonna do something productive with them. Like I don't like it. You can audition for my company. Yeah, we have auditions open. But honestly though, real tips right now, I know, so cringe. Abby's being earnest, so cringe. Jesus Christ. Abby being honest. Ew. We're not here to see Abby spit facts. We're here to see Abby be goofy. Ha ha ha. Funny girl. I'm gonna laugh at you. But abs lighters. I was gonna call you guys the B word, but I controlled myself. Go me. Abs lighters. We're gonna get some real real talk here, okay? So my tip number 1 is to have a life outside of VTubing. So I know, so freaking hypocritical. This girl here who can't bang, who's got no one, saying you need to have a life. Well, guess what? Having a life outside of VTubing doesn't mean you have friends. You can be a friendless nerd like me and still have a life. So kind of have classes, and I do comedy. One thing that I want to keep doing throughout is like keep like still getting like dance things and still getting like comedy gigs and stuff like that, because I feel like it adds to like my expertise, if that makes sense. Like I love doing this here, but I feel like it feels kind of irresponsible for me to just do things on here, because then I'm not honing my craft well enough. You know what I mean? My craft. I am a humble. But you know, so I keep myself busy with like my classes, and also just working on the things that I show here on stream outside, so I don't get complacent and go like, well, I'm good enough, because I'm not. So it keeps me busy. So my life outside of YouTubing is like, you know, mostly just like doing other things. So like on any given day, like you have to like areas of your life, right? So like on a day, like let's say I really tank, I do an improv show and I'm really bad that day, like for some reason, and then I plan a stream the next day and the stream sucks, but then I did well in one of my classes. So it's like you have multiple things that like you are invested in. So if you do well in one of them, then you are happy, you know what I mean? Except so if you put all your cards in VTubing and I make a bunch of shorts and they all tank for an arbitrary reason, like, and this is true, the buff Abby, me when I have a pump, does not work well in shorts for some reason. It just like doesn't get pushed out. And it can be an arbitrary thing that's not my fault. But if all I do is that and then they tank, then I'm gonna feel terrible. I would love to smang. Yes, that's one of my life goals. One day. But like for real, like if you have multiple things going for you, and this is just because I've talked to some VTubers and then they're like, oh, you know, like it's so cool that you did this thing, right? Oh, I like that you're doing this thing. It's cool that you're doing that. And I'm like, the how I got these ideas is because I do things outside. Like I'm always talking to a lot of people, even if they don't know about my stream, and just kind of like getting ideas for things, engaging with like different content creators that are outside of the VTuber space and etc. So I feel like the way to grow is like, not to grow, but the way to stay. It's like, it's a marathon, right? The way to like make content, whether you want to make TikToks, you want to be a VTuber, etc., or just like be artistic, be a stand-up comedian, be an artist, a visual artist, etc. You have to like do other things, because otherwise you're just gonna be staring at a screen, like scratching your brain, being like, what? How do I think? You have to. So I don't really go, like, I don't go to parties. I scarcely hang out with people. But I just like do other things. So it's like you just end up not being so precious about like, oh man, oh, I wanted to be the biggest VTuber in the world and it's not happening now. Now I hate VTubing. Like, nah, man, I still love VTubing even on the bad days. So yeah, exactly. Life inspires it, but also, yeah, like also you gotta find joy in VTubing. If it's your only thing, then you're gonna be like, ugh, that's my job and that's it. Like, I feel like you gotta just do other things. You can be a workaholic. No, I don't really get pulled into things. Does VTubing love you back? Maybe. I think it does. I did have a ballet teacher, and I've said this before, who told me, oh, she said, do you love ballet? Was it to me? I think it was it to me? I think it was to me. And then she said, do you love ballet? And then I said, yeah. And then she said, well, too bad ballet doesn't love you back. Yeah. To be fair, I was taking like a class with like a bunch of like prima ballerinas. So it was like, yeah, no crap, woman. I don't do as much ballet as these women whose full-time job is ballet. Yep. So I've heard that. Tough skin. The other tip is do ballet your whole life, and then no one can hurt you. Because you're gonna feel ugly and unfit and inept your whole life. So, forums, they can't hurt you. Oh, you think I'm cringe? Well, I heard that my thighs are stupid looking, okay? Like, nothing can hurt you once you do ballet, man. The other tip is believe in yourself. Be who you are. Follow your dreams, queen. So, believe in yourself, pero no mucho. But not too much. So, you gotta listen to people around you for... And it's like anything in life. But, so, like... people are gonna give you advice, and I think you need to take it because... it's just like useful to try things, mainly if you have like a management. Like I feel like you should just listen to what they're saying and try it. But I think you also like know yourself better than other people. So I think like for me personally, like I want the stream to feel fun for me. And if it like tanks in numbers or something like that, or like I don't know, like it doesn't do well, I don't think I necessarily am gonna go like I'm not gonna do that anymore. Because if I like it, then it's like you just gotta like wait for your niche to find you, etc. So it's like listen to people, but also like believe in yourself, because I think there have been times where like anything, when you get too defeated, like people then have to spend the energy comforting you about how like you deserve to be getting what you're getting, and you waste so much emotional energy like mourning your lack of success instead of just being like, well, I am made for this and it will come. Like I just gotta tweak this one thing. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, okay, I guess I talk too fast. Like you go one thing at a time and you just kind of vibe till then. And I think that's like for anything. So I think it's important to be like, oh, like anything you do ever, just be like, oh, I'm gonna tweak this one thing. I'm gonna tweak this one thing. Hey, I'm gonna change this one thing. But in general, just like stay true to who you are, I guess. And I'm adding this for me because I know every now and then, probably every other stream, I go like, sorry guys, I suck. Oh, I'm such a loser. But now, as of today, I've decided that, you know, just because I've become the biggest VTuber in the world, I've decided that's just not who I am anymore. I am now so confident that you all will fall in love with me because I love myself so much. You will love me. Yeah, that's new year, new me. And my third tip is be rich. Money is so good, guys. It's so good. Like, money is so good. Got money is like so good for you. You can do so much with money. You can like run ads. Ads are good. Like, you have to be Rick. I'm sorry, typo. Be Rick. But like, yeah, so it's just like, if you have money, you can like order food all the time. Just have it delivered to you. You can buy followers, which is illegal. You can just run ads. You can get a bunch of models. You can buy love. You can raise your kids. But yeah. Money is good for you. You can buy more money. But at this point, I was like, you know, I feel like you guys are, I'm losing you guys. I feel like you guys are like not quite buying what I'm saying right now. Because I don't think I've included enough numbers. I don't think I have enough statistics. So I've got some statistics here. Here's some numbers so you guys know that I'm being legit. 80%. No, but actually, I do have some numbers. and this is a factual number, is 100% of VTubers who are from Brazil and with V4Mirai have a lot of fun. So if you're looking to have a VTubing career that is fun, you should just be from Brazil and then get signed with V4Mirai. It is like so easy. Like I 100% guarantee that it'll work. That is like the one hack I got for you guys today. Yeah. And then I got some lessons from personal experience, which again, just to remind you guys, I am just so like humble. I could be saying like, oh, these are my like tips from like being a genius, which is like the truth, you know, it's a feeling behind it, but I'm voicing it as personal experience. So I'm going like, oh, this is anecdotal, instead of going like, hey guys, these are the facts. I am perfect. So, you know, just whatever. Round of applause for me for keeping myself grounded even through the spike in fame and success. But yeah, so the first tip that I have for you guys is to learn Portuguese. You guys have to learn Portuguese. And that is super, super important to your well-being of your career, for many reasons. And no, Spanish is not good enough. It just like it just, first of all, it's like a superior language because it's like cool. And second, it is a superior language because it is Pog. Are you guys hanging with me? Are you guys keeping with me? Okay. It is just like overall like better. But but to be real, you should be yourself, pero no mucho. So I feel like you might be like, oh, like how do I like brand myself? Like, oh, what is like my one thing? And one thing that you can do is you can Brazilian Portuguese, not Portugal. Sorry, I'm like totally getting distracted by chat and I'm like trying to pretend like I'm not. I have no idea what I've been saying for the past like 10 minutes. I don't know. Okay, wait, bear with me. Okay, got it. So basically, yeah, exactly. So I have 40 minutes to kill, so we gotta go on some tangents. So basically you can be yourself, but like don't box yourself into one thing. So like, I feel like when I first debuted, I was like, oh, do I even say that I'm from Brazil? Because like, Brazil's like not a hip country. Does that make sense? Like Brazil's like a country known for like stabbings. Like, who cares? Like, who's gonna care that I am Brazilian? You know what I mean? So, so essentially, I like wasn't gonna talk about it, but then I brought it up during debut because of some reason it made sense for me to bring it up. And then I was like, wait, I brought it up, and then I made like one tweet which had like nothing to do like with anything, and I was just like trying to like find some Brazilian people so I could like have some Brazilian people like on my stream and be able to talk more about Brazilian things. And then a bunch of VTubers found me through that, and now I've got a bunch of friends. So like Jessie Loom, like low-key, is the greatest friend that I have at the moment. Like, I don't know if I'm her close friend like that, but we talk pretty often, and I really love talking to her. So she's for sure like been great. And if you guys don't know, Jessie's a Brazilian VTuber, and like she's made VTubing really great for me. It feels like the space is really hospitable to me. And it's funny too, because like growing up in Brazil, like being cringe in the US is pretty acceptable, but being cringe in Brazil like really isn't. So I was very bullied, and I'm gonna be honest, I got kind of, part of maybe why my English is so good is because I got a little self-loathing about being Brazilian. I was just like, everyone here hates me, and then when I meet an American person, they would be like mean still, but way more tolerant towards it. So but then like I feel like I've refound like a bunch of people who are like kind of like me and are also Brazilian. And also I found people like Mari Yuming, you know, like we got close pretty quickly because we love the same everything. So I feel like being honest, because I was like, I've been really scared about saying like, oh, what are the channels that I like? I met a really big VTuber right after debut, and they asked me like, oh, like what are the VTubers that you guys like aspire to be like? And I said, I don't want to say it because I'm scared of people judging me for the like content creators that I like, or people knowing drama that like, because they're like in the community that I don't know. So I was like so scared, but then I started opening up about it with different VTubers, and now I'm like, I'm able to be friends with like Mari and stuff because like I was honest about like who I liked and etc. So so it's been really pog and dope. So it's been OP. And then the second tip is that you guys like don't talk about poop. Like, I don't think you should talk about like stuff like that. Like, obviously VTubers don't poop, obviously, but like don't talk about like poop or like bodily fluids or like having IBS, or like don't start your debut like saying that you pooped your pants that morning. Don't let that be the first thing that the whole VTubing community knows about you. Don't talk about having stinky pee sometimes because you drink so much coffee and you forget to drink water. And God forbid, do not talk about the Red Scare. None of us have functioning uteruses. VTubers do not have periods. God forbid you lie and say that we do. So like just like don't talk about it because like your chat might be eating dinner, or you know, like you don't want to be known for like the girl who talks about like, you know, sometimes her pooping discolored, or like or like her intolerances, or how her tummy is super loud sometimes out of nowhere, and she doesn't know if it's because she's hungry or because like she ate something bad, or just because it's like her tummy juice is rumbling because they're happy. Like I just wouldn't talk about these things, you know what I mean? I feel like you just shouldn't talk about like discharge or like nose goo. Like I feel like you'd be a freak to be sick and offer to your chat during a hand cam stream to show them your green snot. Like I feel like, actually not green, yellow. Like I feel like you'd be like so weird, right, for that? Like come on. So it's like I feel like you should just not talk about all those things. So just my advice in general, like I feel like as a VTuber, you should not be like making it your brand that you're gonna release like a diaper line that says Abi Kadabura holds your poop. You should not be like selling your pee, or so like I definitely think that you should not be talking about these things. Definitely like don't talk about your like pee and poo constantly, you know what I mean? Oh, I have something I need to wait, give me 1 second. I think I feel something real quick. I'll be right back. Sorry. I have to go. So definitely don't talk about pee and poo. Where were we? So from personal experience, also don't talk about your husband. So it might be common knowledge to most people that SpongeBob and I were in a serious relationship. where we didn't kiss or anything because he said he wasn't ready. But we were wedded. Well, we weren't married, but we were together during debut. And a day after debut, SpongeBob SquarePants broke up with me. And you know, I think it's sound advice to say that you should not be talking too much about the father of your children. We had children through like osmosis. We just like held hands and together we made Guzalo. But definitely do not get in the way of your son finding a new dad. So Guzalo is looking for a daddy. He's been looking for a while. Ray has offered, but Ray's really mean to me, so we're still debating it. And yeah, and I think if you talk too much about the father of your children, it's gonna scare potential daddies away. So you should not be doing that too often.
Who want to be my daddy?
Say it again, please correct the typo.
Who wants to be my daddy?
Exactly. So just to say that maybe avoid bringing up the love of your life, SpongeBob SquarePants. Like you know, just don't make the same mistake that I did. Just pretend like you're not in love with SpongeBob, and that you haven't been in love with him ever since you were a baby. You know, like I would say, like don't like show pictures that you have like up on your walls, or like maybe a standee that you have. Like I would advise against being like talking at length about how you love having a muscular love who will work out with you. You know, will keep you inspired to get more gains. So I would not talk so much about your love for these people. So you know, an extra tip, like I would also say, like stop getting distracted. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I've gotten distracted like 20 times. I had to what do you call it, Jiminui, I had to like close the tab of chat because I keep getting distracted. So I would say, like, don't get distracted by like stuff that doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Like I'm doing a stream right now about how to navigate the VTubing space. I'm trying to give advice now that I'm the biggest VTuber in the world, and like I keep getting distracted, and I just don't think that's like very useful. You know, like if you have a stream topic, I think you should kind of stick to the stream topic. I can read chat now, but I keep getting distracted by I got distracted again. No, but please, you're too distracted. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. You guys are entertaining, but you distract me. See, the fact of the matter is, this is not a stream about chat. This is a stream about my success. I didn't turn off super chats. I didn't do it. It was management because Google is sending them like a code or something by mail, so we can't do super chats right now. But you can become a member. So become a member, bitches. Sorry, I swear again. Anyway, the point was that we're making a stream about a focus, and I think we should be talking about the point of the stream. The point of the stream is not like chat. I love you guys, but the point of the stream is not how funny you guys are. The point, I wish I could be pregnant. There's literally no scientific way. The point of the stream is that we should be focusing on the task at hand, which is going back to our TED Talk, is SpongeBob Natty. So I've been thinking about this a lot, and it's been like distracting me from my work, so I thought like we could like just take a moment to talk about it, because I feel like I just think about this too much, and I feel like all of our brains put together will just like think better than one brain alone. See, Natty isn't like, does he use steroids? So like, is it water weight? Because he's underwater, so when he gets super buff, like these pictures from my hentai folder, so like it's just, I'm just curious, like why are his legs shredded but like small, not bi small? Sorry for all the typos, I don't know how to life. But also, does he just not know how to work out? Like maybe he's just like one of those gym bros that's like going to the gym and like getting super buff on his upper half, but then not working out his legs ever. And he like there's like isolationist machines, so he doesn't even like do machines that like also require your whole body. He just does arms and like torso. Like, or is he just like creative with his exercises and he's able to just like isolate? So maybe he is just like isolating his muscles on his top half, and he's having a bunch of free Krabby Patties because he literally makes them. So he can like really bulk up and get that protein goal every day. Or maybe... Gosh. Okay. Well, let me message management. I'm like, oh hey, would you guys mind sending the stream labs dono messages? Thanks. Sorry, making sure management can help me out because I don't. It's YouTube's been a headache. Anyway, we love YouTube. I love the platform. Love it. I'm so in love with the tube, but also I do prefer way better than Twitch. Anyway, the looking at Twitch just tires me. Watching YouTube streams is way easier for me. But anyway, we're talking about the point of the stream, which is stop distracting me, chat. Otherwise, I will close you guys again. Talk, please talk. No, please don't be a quiet chat. But also because if you're a quiet chat, then people are gonna come into the stream and be like, "Why is chat so quiet, loser?" But also, the fact of the matter is SpongeBob natty. Like, does he build muscle fast? Like maybe he's on creatine. And like, does Trend count as a steroid? Maybe he's just like on Trend. And does that count? Like maybe not. Maybe he's like half steroiding. So the point is, I've been just like non-stop thinking about this. And I like kind of need to know. Oh, is he just like really good at taking pictures, you think? Oh. He's not really buff? Okay, which is I've been thinking about this for a while, and I just figured like since we are all here together, you guys could just like help me think about SpongeBob's body for a little bit together. But like we don't have to talk about his like body. But I just think he's got something going for him. But I got some tips for you guys about your model. So a couple of tips for you guys, for real. Yeah, I mean, you could use, there's an app, I'll tell you guys. All those Instagram models, I know exactly all the apps they use. So they all use a bunch of apps, and none of them look like that. And I can do it. During my Pippa collab, I edited her face with one of those apps, and I put it in there to make her look like she had plastic surgery. It is so easy. I can walk you guys through it. I can like show a bunch of before and after pictures if you guys want to stream about that. But basically, no girl on the internet actually looks like that. So that's why VTubers are OP, because we look the way we do. But don't mess with the design. So basically, you guys might have heard the story. But basically, I was talking to my mother about my model, and I was like, okay, what do you think? Like, I showed her a couple pictures, and there was Mila, and there was Nobara. And I was like, okay, do we want my model to have more hair like Miwa or more like Nobara? And I had a couple options in there too. I showed my mom a couple things, and then my mom said, oh, I think she should look like this girl. And she showed me a picture. She said, oh, I think her name is Miwa. And I was like, okay, then let's make her look like that. Whatever. So I reached out to management, and I told them about it, and etc. And then they made me look like Miwa. But then my mom told me later on, I realized that she got them confused. So she thought Nobara's name was Miwa, and Miwa was Nobara. So she actually liked Nobara's hair more. But basically, the good outcome of that, is that the true canon hair of Abi Kadabura is that one, is weird bangs. So honestly, like, it is better that is the haircut, because it just looks more accurate, I guess. Well, thank you, Swift, but that's my hair. That is what it looks like. So no thanks. So now I have these stupid bangs. But you know, at least it's accurate. So I feel like it's nice. I feel like it's nice to have your model like look like you. But that leads me to my next tip, which is don't make your model look too much like you. Because I heard through the grapevine that there is a website. And I don't know if it's real. It might be myths. It could not be real. But I heard about this website. I don't know if it's true or like what the deal is with this website, but you don't want to find yourself on there and see a bunch of lewd art and be like, oh Lord, that's me. So going back to Miwa, you should not pick your hair for your model, because once you end up on these maybe real, maybe made up websites, I've never been on them. You don't want to look at it and be like, hey, that's me naked on the internet. So to protect yourself, I do suggest that you don't make your model look too much like you. So yeah, it's a problem that I look so much like my model, but which is me. I am Abi Kadabura, anime girl. You guys, some of you guys might know, because I have done a face reveal. And it's bad. Because it is out there. You know, it sucks. Now I need to get more mods to keep my face reveal from getting everywhere, etc, etc. But you know, since it's out there and people know what I look like already, I'll just show a clip. It's from my re-debut where I accidentally turned on my face cam, and yeah, I'll just, you know, we're all here, we all know. Whatever, I might as well acknowledge that the face reveal is out there, you know what I mean?
Oh, hi guys, it's me. Yeah, I'm real life Peter Griffin.
So, you guys know that that is exactly what I look like, right? Identical. Model. Identical. Shame on me. Shame on me. Literally, when you look at Abi Kadabura, you're like, yep, that's Peter Griffin. Yeah, I mean, stupid of me, but I don't recommend you do that. Because when you find all the Peter Griffin etchy out there, just look exactly like you. But here's a third thing. Those are all seeming contradictory. But I feel like you should have your model match you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you should have your model like kind of be like similar to like when you look at your model, like you should just be like, oh hey, those are like, it just makes sense generally, you know what I mean? Like, it just makes sense that, okay, let me come here. Like, when you look at Abi Kadabura, like, what are the things that you think about? You know what I mean? Like, what are the things that you think? And I feel like you should think cringe. You should think like, the thing I like about me is like, and I'm very earnest about this, okay? I look like I'm too old to be doing this stuff. Does that make sense? Like, I look like I'm too old to be saying poggers, pog, and hanging out with my plushies all day. Like, you can tell. You're like, this girl is a cringe-o because she's like way too old to be doing this crap. You know what I mean? So you're like... Fucking computer's glitching anyway. Give me a second. Okay, whatever. It's gone. So I look like heck yeah, I'm like way too old to be like playing a little girl who plays plushie. Like, but that is me. You know what I mean? So I feel like when you look at Abby, you can tell like cringe, and also like too old to be doing this crap. And I feel like it just fits my vibe very well. I really like that when you look like, some people told me like before debut, they were like, oh, when we saw you, we thought that you'd be way more serious. But I like, that's what I like about it, because you don't expect me, and that's like that gap between how cringe I am and how like cute I look is so bad. It's also how sassy I am. And let me tell you guys, being a pretty young girl walking on the streets, não dá pra botar os subtítulos em português. Não por enquanto, eu tenho que code. I have to code the subtitles to be in Portuguese. It's hard. But so basically, like, I get catcalled all the freaking time, but I don't take it. I got my pepper spray. So sometimes it goes like pretty. Someone goes like, oh, look, it's like a small, petite, little, cute girl on the internet. Oh, not the internet. Walking down the street. Oh, I'm gonna go like, hey, babe, and scare her. And I look at them and I pull out my pepper spray and I go, are you sure? I feel like that is like the essence of who I am. Is like cute. It's like 3 levels. I'm very, very, very annoying. Also very cute. So I like alternating between both at the same time. I mean, it's not. I mean, look. It's not a brag to be like, I get harassed all the time. I fear for my life every day. But yeah. No, but I always have my pepper spray. I'm buying a second pepper spray. But yeah, I like that. I feel like your model. Yeah, I feel like exactly that's my essence. Like, I'm cute until you get to know me. So I look like a cute normal girl, and then once you get to know me, you're like, she's way too childish or way too annoyed. So you know what I mean? Yeah, you guys saw my face. You literally saw how freaking cute and kawaii desu I am. What's up, depends on first season, exactly. No, but I feel like that's what I like. I was considering. I was like, oh man, like, I feel like I don't look super cute. Like, I do look I just look like me, I guess. But then I was like, oh, I feel like that's nice. I feel like I think that's part of the appeal. Anyway, that's all to say that, like, your model really matters. So, so picking a good model for yourself is like, oh, that's why I'm famous. Yeah, fame, success. Successful mother. The other cool thing about it is that I seem like I know what I'm talking about. But then I also like have no idea what words are ever. So, like, I have no idea what I said like all stream. What have I been like? I sound confident. I feel like I have another. This is random, but I have another mechanism of defense, which is if someone like it's like scary people. A lot of people like guns approach me, and I just talk to them. They go like, oh, hey Betty, you look fine. What are you studying there? What book are you reading? But like in a scary way. I can just go, what are you talking to me? And then that tends to, my voice is a blessing in disguise. My laughter. Yup. I live a scary life, guys. I look so defenseless. And honestly, I am. I do want a chastity belt. All donations for this stream are going toward a chastity belt. And I'm throwing away the key. I won't need it, man. Unless I won't need it. Unless I would totally throw away the key to the chastity belt. Unless yeah, you don't think I'll need it. Okay, I was giving some time for the chat delay, but I just wanted to make sure. I wanted to be safe that I won't need the key to my chastity belt. I just wanted to be like super safe and just like check with you guys a couple times. So I'm just gonna give a couple seconds just to see if anyone in chat is gonna disagree with me. I think throwing the key away is fine. Okay. Just like I'm gonna give it a couple seconds. I feel like it's just chat delay. That's why I'm not seeing people like fight me on it. If you guys haven't heard, I'm saying that I'm asking if I need a key to my chastity belt. Okay. Anyone want to disagree with me? Anyone at all? Anyone have like a family member who might want to come on chat and just like fight me on this? Like, no, Abby. You will need it. You're beautiful and perfect, wife. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Oh, yeah, that's a key. That's a key right here. I already have one. I don't know how to open it though. I feel like some keys open to the left and some open to the right. This one I feel like opens up. I have no idea. I do feel Loki do want diapers. I Loki do desperately want diapers. I wanna say that I'm opening the forum, you know, now that I am the biggest VTuber in the world, with success up to the brim, who spits facts and logic and success and IP success. I eat money and I got hoes. I'm opening the forum, you know, if you guys have any questions. We have 10 minutes to address any questions that you guys might have about how to become as poggers, as dope of a VTuber as I am. So I'm opening up to the house. If you guys want to ask me questions about what it feels like to be such a beautiful waifu, proposals, I will take. I will take anything. Abs, how can someone become your friend? It's a good question. In general, be mildly interested in me. Put up with me. Don't call me cringe. I do have like a weird. It does have like a weird I do have a weird barometer for that for my friends, and it's always been if you talk as much as I like, if you don't make me feel like I talk too much, because I'm so self-conscious about that, then I like you, because then I don't hate myself when I'm around you, I guess. But also another barometer is, you know, whether they worship me or not. I feel like I only want friends who acknowledge how much of like a talent and a promising young girl I am. I also need them to like be tier 3 subs. I don't even have a Twitch. I mean, my Twitch isn't used. I also need them to be super tier 3 members, or tier 4. I think there are 4 tiers on here. And I need them to like and share and subscribe all my videos. Mary is coming back next week. She'll be coming back. You guys will get to hang out with Mary. But Mary's currently doing my homework. So, nerd. She's actually way stupider than me. I do suppress a sense of shame and embrace the cringe. Something they're born to do, have to practice. Would you be my friend if I had a blister? It depends. It depends on how meaty the blister is. Cringe? No, I mean, I still hate myself all the time, and I think it's like it's like hard, because at the same time I really want to be honest with you guys about that. Like, like something that I like balancing, and it's a very truthful moment right now. I don't know how truthful I should be, but it's like yeah, like I get catcalled, etc. But it's like I also don't feel like, mainly after, you know, the whole SpongeBob situation, I don't feel like I don't feel like I can just like be like an earnest pretty girl. Like I feel like I do have to like ham up everything that I do, because like I said, I don't feel like worthy of it. Like it's like the popular girls who get to be like charming and like honestly like adored, like Mary. I don't. It's just like not me. I feel like I'm not worthy of that. So I feel like you just like work with it with time, and like I guess stop dwelling on it. Like it's not necessarily a flaw, so you don't really have to complain about it. Just like, oh, I am this kind of person. They're not better. They're not worse. Whatever. So love yourself. Blah, blah, blah. Don't think about it. Get easily distracted. Develop ADHD. Maybe. I'm not diagnosed, but I'm assuming. Which is not good. Don't encourage anyone to do that. But distract yourself. Drink too much coffee. No, I am actually doing okay though. I'm very happy. I love VTubing. This is so fun. We got 7 minutes to go. I love it. I think it's so fun. I have a great time with you guys. Honestly, like, get VTube. Get like VTubing. Okay, all advice aside, the thing about VTubing is like it's tough. I know, I understand it's like tough if you don't get the numbers that you want, because it can be so demoralizing. Because bigger number, better person, Ludwig 2021. But so it's like, but it's also like such a good freaking way. Like if your goal is just like develop a community, like I do love hanging out with you guys. I really do, and it's so much better to be in this like VTubing space. I've been watching VTube for a long time, probably since like the start of VTubers, but I didn't like think to do it. I don't know, I was like, oh, I'm just like a comedy girl. I'm like not really a streamer. But doing it is so much better because you're not the quiet lurker. But if you just talk, I feel like being a mod is something I never thought to be. I feel like being a mod is nice. And depending on the VTuber, like Jesse Loom is like gets really tight with them. So you can get like really tight with like just the community and be like in like some people here, I know some people here on stream. I know you guys, and I know you go to like VTuber parties. I know you do. I can name one specific person, but I won't say who it is. I know you're like in with the VTubers. So when you're just like in the community, you just like. But also VTuber parties are lame. I don't drink, so. So what am I gonna do? Just stare at people? Cuddle my teddy bears? Yeah, apparently there are. It's like a thing. But yeah, they're also very wholesome ones, where it's just literally people going like, okay, what are your tips? I don't want to say too many. I try not to say VTubers that I've met, but there are a handful that I've met who are like really big and are so freaking sweet. Like, there's some angels out there. You guys have no idea how like earnestly sweet they are. Yeah, most people can't be that sociable, TVH, and that's why I think so many stay so sweet and humble, because you're like still really awkward. Take over soon. Be rich, get ADHD, learn it. Learn Portuguese, bitch! Sorry. Hi, Belinda! But yeah, it's also hard to go because most of us don't have the money to just go to things. So, but I just know people. I don't personally go. Whatever, I'm just home. We have 4 minutes to go. So I'm not. I will probably not see another VTuber for a year or two. Except Serena, who I hope will sleep over soon. Trying to get her to sleep over here. But we have 4 minutes left. And we will talk about some final advice that I have from getting to 10K. I think perfection is like achievable if you're me. So it just like just try to be like less yourself and more like me. I eat things that I like to eat, you know, just so you guys like are aware and you can like just emulate me. I love ramen. Thank you, Belinda. Thank you. I like... Yeah, I like ramen a lot. College kid answer. Hi, Gabriel! Another tip to be just like me is like... Have like a... Like, okay, I will be honest. I feel like I have like a... Yeah, I'll make a new TED Talk on how to be more like me and less like yourself. Honestly, yeah, that's a typical anime girl thing. TVH. Like, don't think. I think, like, I have had this thing where I, like, don't remember anything I've done, like, ever. So I think you should just, like, live life, like, so anxious all the time that, like, your brain can't process everything. So you, like, forget everything. So you, like, don't have shame. Because there's very little that you remember. I'm worrying everyone. Second is, like... Yeah, I think it's so funny. Because there are two things. First of all, people always, like... I see people talking about the streams and they'll be like... Oh, you seem so anxious there. And I'm like, no, I was, like, really calm for me. I like my debut. Honestly, I was chilling during debut, but it's hard to believe. I was like nervous about it, but I was like pretty well prepared. I did my homework, so I knew nothing was gonna go massively wrong with it. But I just seem anxious all the time. And then two is the Pippa too. Pippa's like so anxious, and I was like, ugh, I don't want to out anxious her. It's her thing. Play it cool, Abby. Play it cool. I actually, I was gonna tweet out before the collab with Pippa. Don't talk about poop. Don't talk about poop. Don't talk about poop. Don't talk about poop. Don't talk about poop with Pippa. But then I decided that was too much because again, one of my advices today was talk less about your poop and how solid it is, the color it is that day. Don't talk about period poops. That is a no-no if you're a VTuber. Like, do not talk about that. Talk about mold. Yeah. I felt so bad about that. I wanted to do it so well. I don't even poop though. Like, legitimately, for real. I do have to say, I wish there was an Abby around when I was like in high school. Because I feel like you feel such shame about it. So I ate so little so I wouldn't poop. Is that weird? I would eat little so I would like not poop because I thought like pooping was so shameful. So I'd be like, okay, wait. I would just have like liquid sometimes for meals because it's like, oh, it's pee, then it's fine. I have hair in my mouth. Dab, 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 dab. It is shameful to poop. Yeah, I mean, that's what I mean. It's like, we've got 10-15 seconds before the big reveal of the biggest advice that I have for all of you guys. I am super excited. Bro, Biz is so good. I have like so much Biz. It is time. It is time for the biggest reveal of your life. How do I become just like Abi Kadabura? She's a star. How do I become just like Abi Kadabura? My Yoshi. So beautiful, so sleek. No cringe. No pee. Abby. How do I become like Abby? Abby's stalling. Abby's still stalling. She's nervous. But chat doesn't know. Abby's stalling. She's stalling. But chat will never know. Oh, thank you so much, babe. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy that you're here right now. Oh my gosh, how are you? How have you been, girly? I loved collabing with you. I'm gonna mod you right now. Totally not buying time before I give you guys my most precious piece of advice in the whole world. God guys, a round of applause for Maeve here in the chat, a wonderful VTuber becoming mod right now. Let's go. Thank you, Maeve. Thank you, Maeve. We love you. We love you. Mwah. Yeah, Maeve, how does it feel like to own the other girls in Nuno? Come on. Come on. Do tell us. Wait, never mind. I own them, bitch. My turf. Sorry. Sorry. No, welcome into our space. We're welcoming you into the space. How does it feel like to be a little worse than me at Uno, but still pretty good? Yeah, Maeve's being a little bit of a lie right now. Loki might take away your mod if you're gonna keep up this lie in my stream. No, I'm not only the most famous VTuber on the planet, I'm also the best at every single freaking game. Watch my VODs. Edited version of them. Speedrun every game. But whatever. Confidence shook. Now that all you guys are hating on me and my Uno accomplishments, denying it, gaslighting me. Abslighters is a proper name for you freaks. We are going to talk about the most precious piece of advice. Yep, I am Grandmaster at League of Legends, and I am Immortal of Valorant, Ascendant. So here, my most precious piece of advice, and listen up, folk. Look closely. Most precious piece of advice is mention Brazil. Bora, Brasil, minha. Brazil is literally, scientifically, and here's another stat for you guys. #1 in VTubers. It is a made-up land that does not exist, but a bunch of people throughout the world of different backgrounds have decided to create this conspiracy that there's a country called Brazil, and we are so committed to the lore in our subreddit, which is locked, only a specific amount of people can see it. We develop the lore of this country thoroughly. We hold elections, we make up foods, we make up music. Portuguese is not a real language, it's just Spanish, but like spoken with an Italian accent. Yo hablo español. No, more like it's not an Italian, it's more like not a Russian, it's specific country, Romanian accent. It's like if Spanish was just spoken with the intonations of Romanian, that's Portuguese. Literally, that's like a made-up country. No, you didn't miss it. The timer just expired, but here's what it is. The tip is just to mention Brazil. It's just like, it is such a genius. It's literally the most genius piece of made-up crap that's ever existed in the whole world. Like, pretend you're Brazilian, that anyone can do it because it's not a real country. So you can say anything as long as you run it by the subreddit before, and we all fake Brazilians agree that it's like lore of Brazil. No, actually, no, it sounds a lot like Romanian. I'm not making that up. Look up how Romanian sounds and listen to Portuguese. The intonation is pretty similar. People from Romania tend to have a pretty good Brazilian Portuguese accent. Yeah. So just like, get in on that. You know, like, aliens. Some people are like weak and they're like, oh, I'm gonna like just talk about aliens. Like, whatever. No one cares. We all know aliens are real. Talk about Brazil instead. The second most interesting made-up thing in the whole... Well, perceived to be made-up thing in the whole world. Because aliens are real, but Brazil is fake. Brazil's a gigantic genius conspiracy. Talk about aliens, whatever, old school. We've all met an alien in our lives. You know what I mean? Like, it's not... Like, if you... Like, you know what I mean? But Brazil is interesting. If you bought a plane ticket to Brazil, where's it gonna go? It's gonna go to like a Spanish some Spanish countries have like a little villa there that of, you know, those dedicated Reddit mods of the fake, you know, pretend Brazil is real subreddit, and we'll just like pretend to be a city. Yeah, but if you touch the floor enough, you can hear an echo because it's constructed. It's a constructed villa. Yeah, but that's my piece of information to leave you guys with is like TBH, like honestly, like I'll do a stream about this topic later on. Like Brazil just isn't real and you guys are like honestly looking ridiculous. All of us in the subreddit are laughing at you guys. We're like, Brazil's a real country. Like wake up, man. You gotta get Brazil pilled. Wake up. Not a real country. Big Jesus. Yeah, we have a bunch of the big Jesuses. So whenever people go to Brazil, we just like, oh, we just put it there. And yeah, so there are a bunch of them. There's like a whole made up lore about where it comes from. I don't even know. I don't even know that part of the lore. It's hard to keep up with everything. But, yeah. Big statue is fake. Brazil is a cake. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I love referencing Portal, and I've heard that it's lame to reference Portal nowadays after I referenced it once. So I've ceased to reference Portal, but you guys may. Apparently, so I heard. The rules of the internet is it's lame to reference Portal now, I guess. But, yeah, kids. I hate to leave you guys with this. Brazil is not real. And I'm gonna be very real with you guys. Should I be? Oh, it's the Brazil cake. Oh, it's not a reference to Portal? Oh, fake gamers thinking about memes instead of games. But I'm very real with you guys. It's been hard to lie to you guys all the time about Brazil being real. It's taken a lot of me. Like before stream, I like look in the mirror and I like practice like fake Portuguese since it's not a real language. And it's been really hard because some people on Twitter go like, "Oh, is she a fake Brazilian?" And I like, do I say like, "No, I'm not," or do I say all Brazilians are fake? Like I'm trying to keep up the hoax. So since there are only a few of us here, I just thought I'd open up about that. But it's been tough. VTubing is not easy, you know, as you've learned from this PowerPoint that probably made no sense. I do think if I were to watch the stream, I would be like, what is she trying to say with this? I did work on it for about 5 hours, though. I don't know what that says about me. But thank you so much for being here, and thank you for congratulating me on the 10K. I am very happy to have gotten to 10K. It feels like a big thing. I don't think I deserve to be here, as we learned from my slideshow today. I've learned so many lessons, guys. And please, I hope that you guys paid close attention because I will need you to remind me of the lessons as we move along. Weep. I come from Bajukistan. Let's look it up. No, yeah, it's a very cool milestone. I love 10K, super dope. And obviously it's crazy. I feel like I'm carrying the whole community of VTubing like on my back right now. I'm like, it's so weird to be the biggest VTuber in the world. It's like so overwhelming. I'm like, anything I do changes the meta because I am so crucial to the world of VTubing now that I'm the biggest VTuber that's ever been. But it's like, so I'm a little nervous. I'm still getting used to being so popular and famous. It's hard, you know, like Iron Mouse will DM me and be like, should I do the stream idea? What do you think about this? And I'm like, it's so hard to say, a VTuber who's smaller than me. And I'll give her some advice. But it's tough. It's tough. But, you know, we'll keep growing and yeah, and you know, hopefully I'll be less interesting sometime soon, and you know, maybe some other VTuber will surpass me. But for now, it's just been like exhausting to be this good all the time. Ow, ow, ow. Do you guys like this better than being insecure? I'm sorry. Fuck you, bitches. With that being said, and I can't unsay it because I said it, we should like go on a raid. We should like totally go raid. No, Ray, I've been living for a while and it's only gotten harder. So I don't think time will change much. But we will raid Kai because she's doing a subathon, I think. Donathon. It's a finale of her Donathon. So you guys will say go money. Abby sends love and money. Is that good? Or Brazil is real? Brazil is real. Is that better? Real. 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 Brazil is real. Thank you so much, and thank you TED Talk for sponsoring the stream. I'm so happy to be the first VTuber ever doing a TED Talk. It feels like a privilege. It's an honor. I feel so grateful to be doing this, to be hanging out with you guys, and also sharing my knowledge as an expert VTuber. I never thought I would get here. Thanks, Mom. Thanks, Dad. Thanks to all of you guys. Thanks to the fans. Thanks to the fandom. I'm so grateful, and I hope that we can keep growing and keep inspiring thousands of people to believe in the lie that is Brazil. Thank you so much for coming to my TED Talk. I know anyone who's seen this is going to become a really big VTuber, smaller than me. Impossible to be bigger than me, but still very successful. Thank you so much. Have a good night, and lots of love to your mom and dad and child if you have one. Goodbye. See you at my 3D debut this Friday. This Friday, 8 p.m. Standard Time, 5 p.m. Pacific, 9 horas da noite brasileiros. I'll see you guys at my debut. It's gonna be great. I'm very beautiful and body is so fine. Bye. Go raid. See ya, people.